Next up, we have David Veliz. David organizes with Progresso Latino on immigrant rights and organizes for environmental justice through Sierra Club. He is the father of 2 awesome girls and a Bronx native. We welcome David to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is my daughter, Amelia. Yes, I know she's cuter than me. You don't have to remind me. Thank you for coming out on this hot day. Thank you for coming out to denounce tyranny, to denounce cruelty, and to say that it is never okay to harm children. It's kind of ridiculous that we have to come together to say that. It saddens me deeply, but it is a reality that we're living in, the reality that a lot of us have been dealing with for a very long time. This issue is quite personal for me. As a father, as an immigrant, as a human being. I think I could see myself in those kids. My daughter, who will be 4 in a couple of weeks. When I was 4, I was forced to come to this country with my brother, my sister, my mother. My sister was 7, my brother was 9. My mother risked it all so that she could come here, and she was fleeing a war, like Kata said, was created by failed U.S. corporate interests, oppressive U.S. corporate interests. And because of that war, we had no option but to come here. I still don't know how my mother did it, but she did it, risked it all to come here for a better life, and now it just feels like too much when I see these kids being ripped from their parents. Something else comes up for me when I think about this. It is not lost on me, and I think I've said this before to some of you, that it's not lost on me that these are brown kids. And I think, clap for brown kids, come on. It's not lost on me that these are brown kids. And I think, I've said this before, if you've heard me speak, that this country will always justify horrendous things by having us believe that black and brown are less than human. That black and brown, sorry, I was going to see what she was going to do. You never know, she could have done anything. That black and brown are less than human. That black and brown are criminals, savages. Think about the things that the president says. That's why these policies are accepted by many people or accepted, supported, or maybe just ignored. Because a lot of people see brown and black kids as other, as different, not as Americans. And I think that's where this moral separation on this issue comes from me. Because I've lost a lot of Facebook friends, which is okay. I've had a lot of conversations where people are talking immigration, but they don't understand that rooted in this immigration issue is a racist history. Like, right? Like Kata mentioned and Sophia mentioned, this country is rooted in this history. And for me, when I have these conversations, I like to point out that regardless of your political stance, because I make no determination, maybe determination is the wrong word, I don't make a distinction between a citizen child, a child who's a citizen, and someone who's not a citizen. I just see a child. But even if you had different political views than me, even if you were a little bit more conservative about immigration than I am, even if your reality was different, I think we could all come together and say that children should not be ripped from their parents and put in cages. And I think it's because, like I said before, some policies in our country, and this is not the only one, this is a blatant one, but there have been racist policies that have been institutionalized in our country that have been separating families for a very long time. And some of these policies are ignored because they're black and brown children. So I just want to thank you all again for coming. I ask you to support the Amore Network. Get involved whenever you can, wherever you can. And next time you have a conversation, just remind the people that it's a human being. We get lost in words. We get lost in undocumented. We get lost in illegal. We get lost in, Guatemalan. We're human beings. And so I think, now I'm just ranting, but I think it's important for us to remember that. So thank you.